Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Dawn, for those of you who don't know. So in this video I will be doing the weekly guidance. Just before I do that, I would really appreciate it if you would like and follow and subscribe and whatever it is, whatever social media outlet that you are watching this from. So now back to the task at hand. So I'm doing the weekly guidance. The image will appear and will be attached to this as well. They were 3 suitcases, and the first one had Superman's image on it. The second one was Minnie and Mickey Mouse, and then the third was a minion as well. Okay, so I am using my Wisdom of Avalon by Clip and Read. Okay, so Okay, so that's for the first one, which was the Superman image. That's the second one for Minnie and Mickey Mouse, and then the third was for the minion. Okay, so the first is disruption. Okay, for some of you who were drawn to this image, it is about things not going according to plan and perhaps crying over spilt milk as to how you perceived or how you foretold or how you wanted whatever it is to work out, and it's not exactly working out that way. Sometimes things aren't meant to work out, and for some people this is really, really difficult because for those type of people, they try they try to micromanage everything, and it kind of gets a bit disjointed because you're trying to keep everything together so well that you just maybe turn a blind eye to certain things, and this is okay. Like that is part of life. But sometimes, as I seen actually a quote, and it was about life keeps throwing up these tests because you haven't learned or you haven't grown from the experiences. So this is possibly why some of you are in the same kind of predicaments that you keep finding yourself in, because you haven't managed to break free of a cycle or break that cycle, or things just haven't joined together properly because of this. Okay, so for some of you, you really have to pay a bit more attention and try something different perhaps, or really just step away from it altogether. That is the other option as well. Okay, so like see there on the rock there, it's gonna get a bolt of lightning flash. Like sometimes when some people try and keep it all together, it just takes one thing to send it all ricocheting apart. Okay, it just falls to smithereens. Again, you need to pay a bit more attention and learn from the loops that have already previously occurred. For others though, the disruptions that you're going through now aren't or weren't anyway, make or shape or form, part of the overall plan, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have been a bolt of lightning. But it is a bolt of lightning, and it is time to start changing your life for the better, whether that be a better job, better security, more time management, maybe even more taking better control over your finances, things like that, things that need to change so you can move forward and level up in your life. Okay, so that there was for the first suitcase with the Superman on it. Okay, and then this one here is for the second one, and it was Minnie and Mickey Mouse. Sorry, my eye is actually very itchy. Okay, and it's the Goblin. Okay, and the Goblin is all about wounded human ego. Okay, people. For some people, when we'll say you have empathic tendencies, you try, or we do, just take on everybody's emotions, and it can sometimes be hard to differentiate whether they're yours or theirs. Okay, and then in turn we kind of take them on as ours, and therefore we feel hurt and offended and shameful and neglected and just really bruised and sometimes scarred from them. If you do have empathic tendencies, you really need to learn how to shield that off and how to cleanse yourself and your auras and really stay grounded. That is something that you need to look into. For others though, perhaps more sensitive people as well, stop taking everything so personally. Some things, yes, you know the difference between if they are personal and not personal. But some of you are taking on it as personal and taking offence by it and acting maybe in a defensive way. Whereas someone could be just saying in passing or some kind of comment that really sparks something inside you, and you can just feel everything just boil up to the surface, and therefore in turn you are becoming wounded and hurt, okay? So when this happens, you need to kind of, I hate putting it like this because sensitive people are sensitive, and that's something that we all have, or we've all had in the past and maybe currently still have. But you need to be able to shield that off and try and reflect it back and not take it on as your own. Sometimes comments, yes, they are hurtful, but they aren't meant in the heat of the moment. And for others, this card comes in fact because you may be saying things that are hurting other people, and you're not paying a bit more attention to how you're portraying yourself and what kind of words and what language you're using, and including body language as well. So this kind of has it's kind of weighing the seesaw effect almost, because on one hand you have the people who are taking it on so much and are being hurt and are being offended, and what I'm telling you is you need to shield that off and not so much as grow a second skin and become a bit hard or shelled, but just learn to try and shake it off and clean your oars. Okay, on the other hand, on the other side, we have people who are maybe saying things sarcastically or just in passing as a way of defense for them as well. But you need to be a bit more aware and a bit more aware of the way you're using your language and your body language as well, okay? So that was for the second one, Minion Mickey, okay? And then finally, the third, for the Minion, we have Truth. Okay, so for some of you, you need to be a bit more truthful. Maybe this comes in fact of you're shielding the other person by not telling them something, but in turn you're actually hurting them, because you know the truth does come out. It's something you can never hide. The sun won't stay hidden for long, the moon won't stay hidden for long, and either will the truth. So in that fact, you need to be a bit more truthful with certain things. And I'm saying with certain things because sometimes people will tell the truth just vindictively to hurt somebody. If it's not yours and it's not bothering you, please step away, because that's theirs and they will get, you know, it will all come out and it will all work out for them as well, okay? For other people, you need to be more truthful with yourself. What you're kind of saying in your own mental head, that makes no sense, but to your own self, okay? And then what you're saying to the outside world, they may be 100 miles apart. So you need to start being a bit more truthful to yourself. What is it that you want to really happen? When you're saying things out loud, you are sending them out to the universe. Then when you're saying them in your own head, you are also sending them out to the universe. So therefore, the words and the vibrations that you're sending out are very mixed, because in one hand you're saying one thing, and then on the other hand you're thinking something else to yourself and saying something else to yourself. So therefore you're sending out two vibrations, which kind of just comes to a bit of a frayed standstill. So therefore you're not getting where you want to be. You're not, doing the best that you can do. So you need to kind of start pairing off the two. I know it can be difficult because there's certain things that you don't want to tell people, but in that instance, don't say anything at all. Just zip it. Say nothing, okay? Oh, I'm so sorry for saying zip it. I hate that. But just, stay quiet, because you don't want to send out disrupted signals, sorry. So that is the truth card, okay? For others, though, when you're told the truth, you need to let it go like water under the bridge, okay? If you're healing from something and you have decided that you are willing to heal and see past those untruths, we'll call them, then you need to let that go like water. Because if you keep holding on to it, you're kind of coming back to the disruption card. And that's, again, it's the toy between the two of what signals and what vibrations you're sending out and what you really want to happen. And then in turn, by holding on to something, you're not allowing things to happen the way you'd like them to happen. So bear that in mind as well. Okay, so just a quick recap. So the first one with the Superman hero image on it was disruption. Then for Minion Mickey, you had the Goblin, the wounded human ego. And then for the Minion, you had the truth card. Okay, so that's this week's weekly guidance. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that your card or the image that you chose spoke to you. I'd love to hear some feedback, publicly or privately. Thank you so much, and whatever corner of the world that you're in, I hope you're having a great day /night /morning. Take care. Bye.